Hi guys, I hope all is well. So we have an O-level past paper question of the year 2019. The session is October-November. This is question number 7. We'll discuss bearings, calculate time and use trigonometry. Let's start. So we have in front of us a shape PQRS. The question reads, a field is in the shape of a quadrilateral PQRS. A path crosses the field from P to R. PQ is 280 meters, RS is 146 meters and PR is 325 meters. S is on a bearing of 042 from PSR is equal to 108 degrees, RPQ is 38 degrees. Calculate the bearing of R from P. That means they have asked us to find this entire angle. We have this angle right here, but we don't have this angle. This is what we need. So let's try to find this angle. How do we find this? The simple way of doing this is using the sine rule. So let's write it down. Sine SPR, the angle that we are looking for is SPR. Sine SPR over the length SR is equal to sine, the angle that is given to us is PSR. So sine PSR over the length PR, which is 325. So we write PR over here. Now let's plug in the values. Sine SPR is what we need to find, but the length of SR is 146. So we write 146 here, equal to sine 108 degrees, which is over 325, as this is the length of PR. 320, sorry, I wrote 350. I was about to write 352, but let's correct it. 325. Okay. Now let's make sine SPR the subject. So you multiply 146 by sine 108 and divide it by 325. Okay, when we do that, sine SPR is equal to 146 times sine 108 divided by 325. It is equal to 0.42724, and the angle that comes out SPR is going to be 25.3. So the angle SPR, we can use that to we can write that to be 25.3 degrees. So we need to add the angle 42 with 25.3 so that we get the bearing of R from P. So let's add that. 42 plus 25.3 gives us 67.3 degrees. So the bearing of R from P is 067.3 degrees. Okay, I hope this made sense. This was a long question. Let's move on. Show that QR is equal to 202 meters, correct to the nearest meter. Okay, so QR is this length. So let me remove all the other information from this. So we are just looking for QR now. We have this length, we have this length, and we have this angle. So it's very simple. We use the cosine rule. So the cosine rule states that RQ squared is equal to PR squared plus PQ squared minus 2 times PR times PQ times cos RPQ, which is 38. RPQ. Okay. Now let's plug in these values. Since QR or RQ is what we are looking for, let's write 325 squared over here. 325 squared plus PQ is 280. So you write 280 squared over here minus 2 times 325 times 280 times cos 38 degrees. Okay, so QR squared is equal to, let's do this, 325 squared plus 280 squared is equal to 184025 minus, okay, 2 times 325 times 280 times cos 38 gives me 143,417.8 96. Okay, so QR squared is equal to 184, sorry, 184,025 minus this answer, and you get 40,607.04. And if you find the square root of both sides, you will be left with QR, which comes out to be 202 meters. Hence, this is proven. This is correct to the nearest meter. Okay, let's move on to the last part. 1 second. The question says Mia walks at a constant speed of 5.5 kilometers per hour. Calculate the time it takes for her to walk from Q to R. Give your answer in minutes and seconds, correct to the nearest second. Okay, first let us convert this into meters per second. So 5.5 kilometers per hour, when it is converted to meters per second, you're actually going to multiply this by 1,000, then divide it by 60 times 60. So you do 5.5 times 1,000 divided by 60 times 60. Let's do that. 5.5 times 1,000 divided by 60 times 60 gives us 1.5278 meters per second, and I'm using more decimal values because it's easier for us to find the final answer to the nearest second in the end. Okay, so sorry, this is correct to the nearest meters per second. Okay, now the question says calculate the time it takes for her to walk from Q to R. So the formula for time is distance divided by speed. The distance Q to R is 202 meters, as it was in the previous part. 202 meters divided by 1.5278 meters per second. So the time that you get is 202 divided by 1.5278 is 132.22. Now, since we have to convert this into meters per second, minutes and seconds, so you divide this by 60, then you divide this by 60, you end up with 2.2. So it's 2 minutes, and 20 over 60 is going to give us 12 seconds. So this is your answer. 2 minutes, 12 seconds. I hope this question made sense. The complete working of this question is present in the description below for you to download. If you like this video, hit the subscribe button, and thank you so much for watching.